me hear you say ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da. Crazy at this thing called love, just what I've been dreaming of. And I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. Is why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba da.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tony Commander. Let me get this out of here. J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is Monday, April the 3rd, 2023. What has this world got in store for us? Let's go to Liberia. Let me bring in my correspondent, Mr. Samuel Wilker. How you doing, Sam?
Yeah, good morning, Rod. Good morning.
Wow, what's up, man?
Yeah, man, the weather is trying to get bad, but anyway, we still on course. We woke up this morning to hear the news of Antoinette Yancey, a registrar at the National Elections Commission, has signed on the Old Road District 10 in Yeke Columbia
District.
She was caught, according to the news, that she was caught red-handed communicating with CDC chair Mora Molu. You get to complain, and I'm sure that prompted the dismissal of her yesterday. She was dismissed by NEC yesterday, so that means Yege was right. And you know that she did communicate with Mora Molu to bring in more first-time voters in her district.
Wow.
So she was dismissed.
That's a good stand they took. At least they did it immediately.
Yeah, you know.
I hope when people begin to point more of these people out, they take the same stance they took with Antoinette Yancey.
Yeah.
But is that enough?
No, but that's not enough. The issue of voter trucking, I mean, it's widespread, in the country.
But what
So
about
people,
prosecuting her? What about prosecuting her, taking her to court?
you mean the lady?
Yes,
Oh yes, that's
for
that's
fraud.
that's that's that's, that's fraud. That's fraudulent act. Yeah, should be going to court. I don't know. I heard she
In
dismissed, but
jail.
we have not heard. We have not heard
And
whether she will be. Yeah, she got to be taken to court. That's a fact. But we haven't heard anything of such.
you see, this is the
So
problem. This is the problem with our country. You can't just fire people like that and leave it alone. There
you got
must
to
be
prosecute them.
there must be consequences, and this is why the corruption cannot stop in our country. People commit criminal acts, we fire them, and nothing happens with it. And the people just go look for another job and commit the same criminal act they've been committing all their lives. We
That's
can't
it.
let, especially when you're working for government and you steal, the government fire you, government prosecute you. But that just shows that our government has no teeth.
Under this administration, I'm telling you,
Or even on our
the
Ellen,
entire the
when the Ellen selling,
yeah, but this
Ellen
this
selling,
is but this is worse than Ellie now. It's worse.
I mean, it's not worse, man, Sam. It's not worse. It's not worse. It's not worse. Ellen Johnson said the government was worse. Ellen Johnson said it was an educated woman, a highly educated woman from Harvard University. We expect her to do more. To him who more is given, more is expected. How can we blame George Weah? George Weah is a high school dropout. He has nothing in his life for us. But you tell me, George Weah is a footballer. Footballers are hustlers. They are womanizers. And how you compare
For
them?
me,
You can't compare him to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is the epitome of corruption. And that woman put a cherry in our government, rip our all company off. You know what? How many millions and billions of dollars we have lost from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? And we can't let her go. She can be crippled, she can die. We gotta sue her. We gotta sue our children. Every one of them that work in our government, we gotta sue them. Confiscate all the damn properties. I mean, our country is not an elephant, man. Look at you and I. We have suffered all our lives, Sam.
yeah,
Huh?
no.
Who dare to give us anything money? Chesson, did I ever enjoy from the Chesson? I never enjoy shit. Huh? We struggle for what we got. Why should one group of people just steal and steal? You see, even my own sister, that's why I own her for. My sister had done great things for us, man. But if our country got to change, we cannot escape the corruption. Is she in it? The chips got to fall where they made.
No, it's true.
Now, the only way
Yeah.
our country can change, I can't come say I want change Liberia, that I create selective prosecution, selecting robes. No, all robes are the bad. You steal the chips, got to fall where they made. I love my sister, but when she doing things that corrupt, I got to bring it up. I'm not going to sue her or anything, but it hurts me because she belittles me. When she violates the law and she know that I'm a lawyer, what do you think she think of me? She think I'm a bolo lawyer. So I gotta let her know I'm not a bolo lawyer. You know, I am a Liberian citizen and I stand for justice and truth. You know, I don't care who you are. If it's wrong, it's wrong. You know that what people don't like me say. I mean, you know that. From time
Mhm.
when things went wrong, I would tell you and walk away. I ain't got
That's true. I
time
know.
for. And Liberian people don't like that kind of person because they were here when they got a year.
They didn't want your fact. They didn't let it through.
Yes. Look at our country today. People just steal. We just let them go. How you not steal, Sam? Everybody steal. We don't do nothing. We just fire you and say, okay, go.
So if you're not a person that can steal, you suffer.
Yes, you suffer because you do
Because the
honest thing.
system.
Everybody else
Yeah.
steal and get it off for it free. Well, the only good thing is you keeping your job because they will fire them, but they don't prosecute them. Some of them don't even fire them. But you see that the injustice we're talking about in our country, man.
Mhm.
Everything gotta be fair. Look, in this country here, you working somewhere, you do something, the people themselves will report you. They will
The
not
society is
why? Because they want justice. If you can't get away with it, why they can't get away with it?
the society is bad. Almost everybody want to steal.
Report you. They will report you. They will call the police. They will do things. Oh, you gotta be very mindful, man. You gotta be very mindful of things to do. Yeah, and people, that's why I say, look at people that take our country for Play-Play-Ting. You know, did you hear about that book that boy wrote about George Weah?
About his lifestyle.
Yeah, it's biography.
Yeah, I saw that book. Yeah, that guy that witnessed this.
Terrible, man. They tell you about how George Weah stole all his life, man. All he did in the name of Liberia, and he took all the money for himself. This guy been winning forever, man. But can you can you blame George Weah? That is system in Liberia. How many
system
people do steal? We got nothing but damn rogues in our country. And that's why I'm telling y'all, our country is full of rogues. Everybody doing it. Why we will point finger to George Weah alone?
It's true. It didn't start now.
But that's why I tell you, Sam, and that's why I can't blame George Weah over Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a highly educated woman. She's highly educated. And you put blame where blame belongs. She knows far better than Weah. Weah is a hustler. He's a little street hustler to get little pocket cheese here and there. That's why Weah never got rich. Because he was always hustling. He ain't got no sense. He know what to do with the money.
So sometimes when you think critically, you won't blame Weah. You know, have you heard that concept of when you tie a goat, they're going to go eat, or you must lick, but don't lick to an elbow. You know what it means? You must steal, but don't steal for people to know. That means you must lick and don't lick and reduce the elbow. That means it will get exposed. So wherever you send me, I must steal. So the concept has been around long time before even Ellen Weah and stuff. This is Liberia. Liberia is just going bad.
Our country got corrupt from Tottenham. When Tottenham was in power for 30 years, he bribed everybody. And it worked for him. But what I'm seeing now, this is a new era. As Liberian people, we cannot continue on this trend of corruption. Tottenham made our whole society corrupt. You steal from Steve, God laugh, you chop.
Well, you know, all those kind of things. Yeah, that's a fact. That's true. It's true.
But we cannot continue it today. We gotta stop it because it's not in our best interest. It's not.
It takes a government. It takes a man to post up these things.
It's not.
It takes a government.
Fairness. It's not in the interest of justice. It's not in the interest of constitutional rightness. It's not.
We got yet to see that person. It takes a man to put an end to these things, persecute people. And, you know, when you steal, they will confiscate your property. All these things you need are robust. Yeah, you know.
Let me tell you something. You don't have to be in power. When the people become conscious, they will follow you. All the people that followed Gandhi and Martin Luther King, they were not in power. But they led people on principles. And the people saw what they were saying were true. And they followed them. You know, but until our people wake up, until our people realize that the power of our nation is in our hands. It's not in George Weah's hands. It's not in Johnson Sirleaf's hands. And when we get pissed off, we got a right to get pissed off. We got a right to demonstrate. We got a right to And then everybody will stop us. But when we get scared and run, when they shoot tear gas and all those kind of things, it makes the government feel that they got power over the people. And nowhere in the world the government got power over the people. They don't. The people gotta understand that when you are pushing the wall, and if you're gonna take a stand, that stand gotta be a serious stand. You can't take a stand and one that's in the fire, one tear gas, and no, you can't do that. You gotta understand the purpose of your mission is to change things. Period.
Yeah.
That's stop on the change. But if they shoot tear gas and you run out with you, it can't change. It can't change. So this is where we are today. You got all the
That's what I'm saying. People are not standing for a cause. Patriotism. Once
Yes.
you got that in your blood, of course you can stand for a cause. That this thing must be done to my country. But people are afraid, and people, I mean, Liberians, I don't know, we're just weak. This country is weak. I haven't seen a real politician that was saying. That's why more people complain about opposition.
As a corruption, Sam.
Yeah, you see.
Look at anywhere in the world, even here in Rhode Island where I live, we had a mayor. If that mayor were in Liberia, you're gonna be mayor for life. Because the people love him. You are corrupt. He made all of us happy. You know? But when the feds phone about it, they're moving, they're falling. But plenty of people like him. If that mayor gonna run again, we're gonna vote for him again. But it wasn't good for the state. You know, he was innovative, he was smart and everything. But when you do those kind of things, you kill the real men of the future of the country.
Yeah.
You kill the real men because then nobody want to be governor again. Nobody want to be mayor because the whole system corrupt. If the men, everybody want to stay there, there's something wrong with the society. Then the society like the corruption. And that what happened in our country. You know, we got a corrupt leader, we got a corrupt leadership, and everybody is confused whether to let the leadership go or not. And the part about it, Sam, the real part about it, if George Weah go, who will come to Liberia as president to make positive change? You think Boka can do it?
Yeah, for me, with his experience,
Did Ellen do it?
No, Eddie
Ellen got more experience than Boka too.
more experience than Boaka. But he left with a heart.
Know what she did?
He left with determination.
Well, not only that, not only determination, you gotta have the power to control the people that honor you. You can't.
I tell you about Boaka. 2005, 2006, when he became vice president officially, he had his nephew in his office as project officer, and a project came from China for his office, 50,000. It was less than 2 weeks time. Boaka dismissed his own nephew because he mismanaged the money. $50,000 he mismanaged it. So in short time, Boaka is missing. So people who know Boaka, people who know him well.
Sam, first of all, his nephew is supposed to be working in his office on government salary. That is wrong. You see what's wrong with our system? That's nepotism. Even if you fire him, he's not supposed to have his nephew working in government like that. You see, but we bypass the civil service system. We got a civil service system that's supposed to appoint people to work in every ministry, in every agency of government. But people bypass the civil service and appoint their own people. And
No, for that position, it's optional. You as a leader, you can establish that or not. So the project office was not just a civil service, assigned position. So he had it in office because he had to go out to lobby and stuff like that. So it was all a program by himself.
Was that his private office?
No.
Was that government position I had or a private position?
It was a private position, not government position. He had a private office, but then the VP office.
The guy was running the office of the VP.
No, but he had his office not far from the Capitol door, was a private office or private office for the vice president. So it wasn't a government position, a government sanctioned position, a government assigned position.
And his nephew mismanaged the money.
Managing money, yeah, and he's sacking right away and put somebody strange there. So people say he's same for principle. So he don't take, even when he was at APRC those days, APMC, Minister of Agriculture, people who work with him say yes.
What will you do? You run in your own office, you put your nephew there, your nephew Steve, you will not fire him? I will fire
you.
We're talking about
Yeah,
government.
I'll fire.
You are in government office, we both can fire him. We're not talking about private office. Private office different from government office. If I get my business, private business, I put my nephew there, you see, you go into jail. You're going to pay my money back. That's not government job, that's my private job. But we talking about government job that different, Sam. They're not worker money. Worker ain't gonna pay nothing back. Would you have done that if that some nephew or somebody was working for getting paid by government? So Sam is stuck. Let me see if he will come back. But these are the issues we're facing, my people. You know, personally, man, corruption bothers me, man. It bothers me. It really tears me apart. You know, and when you see me talking about my own sister like that, it's a problem to me. You know, my sister has done a lot for us. She has done a lot for us. But still, if my sister wants something from me, there's no problem. Call us and tell us you won't do this, you won't do that, and let us approve it. You know? But when you do things against the law, it's not lawful. It's not right. It can't be right. You take us to be fools. You're a lawyer, I'm a lawyer. Yeah, I got American law degree or American bias, yeah? But you can't fool me. Yeah, I might know the law more than you. In spite of the fact that you took bar exam in America and all of that. It ain't matter. But the point is the law is the law, man. Let's just live by the law. You know, I kept my family money. I had 2 accounts. I never put my family money in my account. I kept 2 of my family money. I had the Wadsworth family and I had the Chesson family. There were 2 non-profit organizations. I had 2 separate accounts. Never did I mingle their money with my money because the law said you can't do it. That's it. Just the law. Nobody was going to question me if I just put our money in my account or just report, say, okay, we got this, we got that. But when you got people money, you put in the bank, that money generates interest. But my family money wasn't generating interest because in the bank in Rhode Island, when you put non-profit money in the bank, they don't give you interest. They just give you the opportunity to keep your money there. They will keep your money, they will save it, they will not give you no interest, but they will not charge you any fee to keep it. Okay, once it's there, they will just keep it there. If they charge you, you can call and ask them to put the money back, they will do it. I had to do it once or twice, then they stopped taking the money out. $3 fee every month, a monthly fee. They stopped doing it. All they do is, but your money not just sitting there, the bank is using your money. When you deposit money in the bank take that money, it's gone into investment. That's why you see the bank the other day in New York or California or somewhere where the people couldn't get their money. It went bankrupt or something because plenty of people wanted their money at the same time. And the bank can't deal with that kind of thing because the bank don't keep that kind of money on hand to pay all the people off their money back. They don't expect when you put $20,000 in the bank, you come tomorrow, all of you who put money in the bank the same day and say, oh, we want our money. That's not normal under normal circumstances. Everybody who deposit money in the bank will not come the same day and say they want their money. That means something is happening in the society and people want to secure their money. Banks will not have that kind of money on hand. Banks will keep that kind of money on hand. As soon as you deposit that money, it's going to investment. The only thing bank got on hand is small money, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Yeah, they'll pay you all. Even 5,000 or 10,000, they'll pay you all. But when you start getting in the 100,000, everybody want their money, the bank will not have it. Okay? So maybe banks allow $2 million a day to keep in there for transactions in the day. That's big banks now. Some banks not even allow that money in the treasury to have it in the counters. Okay? But all of this is just going back to the same corruption thing, man. That's killing our country. It's killing us. Go read Rodney Sear book. I haven't read it. I don't know if I got the time to read it because I know everything George Weah didn't do is based on stealing, selfishness, and corruption. That's all George Weah knows. That's why I tell him, my boss Sam, you can't blame George Weah or Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. George Weah is street. George Weah used to hustling for himself. George Weah had nobody to really bring him up in his lifetime. Soccer was his mentor. And when he played soccer, he had to hustle still until they started paying him professionally. But you play soccer in Liberia, nobody can give you money and say you're a hustler or very good. Then the team will help you with pocket change and things like that. Even buy you sneakers and boots. Even during the old days, before people started paying players in Liberia or talking about professional players, when you were good, people always buy you sneakers and things. When I played basketball, I told you on Cottonton, when I played basketball, when my club wasn't playing, Fremont Club, when other clubs were traveling, I told you in 1980, when the day of the coup, the day before the coup, everybody on Cottonton campus left the campus, man. I don't know what happened. Everybody was going somewhere. Everybody was going somewhere. We had a bus with students going up to Buchanan, I think, to play the high school up there. We had another bus going somewhere else. We had the group of elitists going to Turbo Farm. All of them were going with Steve Turbo, them to the farm to go party all weekend. It was a big party weekend that April 12, 1980. I remember that day good. It was a big party weekend. And as I told you, I woke up that morning, I knew something was wrong, man. Well, there was a premonition. I had this feeling that whole week. I wrote a poem. And in that poem, I was questioning the system. I was saying, look, Turbo, man, you did all of this now. But your children are happy. Why are your children sad? Why is the nation sad? That was my question in the poem. Because after the coup, everybody, all the teachers and everybody who read my poem called me and said, my man, did you know about this thing? Your poem spoke exactly to violence in the country, the young people rioting and turning over things and getting rid of the old system. That was my poem about. But that week, I just felt the need to write that poem. You wouldn't believe it. That was one. I don't even have a copy of it today. It's somewhere because during my travels and struggles, I don't know why I left a copy of those. But I would have found a few copies of my poems I have here. But that was one of the poems I wrote that I felt compelled to do. I was just sitting there, someone said, you got to write this thing, you got to document it. And I did it and brushed and published it and distributed it all over campus. And when the coup came, those who had the feeling, when you are in it, innate with your community. When you have this connection that is deep with your society, things happen, you will feel it. Things happen, you will feel it. Things that happen to me, I've been thousands of miles away. I wake up in the morning, I say, no, something's not right. Something's not right. The same thing before the coup, I told my father, I said, something's not right with our country. I told you, I was doing a poem, I was writing some paper. I don't know what for school or what, but I just started writing. I just wanted to write everything. I used to write on cotton and just put it on the board. Wherever I feel about writing about, I write about it and put it in the board on the Lucky X. Chesson. That was the Lucky X came from my basketball and all that's Lucky X. In Liberia, when you say Lucky X, they know who Lucky X is. In my writings on basketball court, I was Lucky X. So I used to write it, just post it on the bulletin board. When I started writing. I told you I did this paper about tribal government because I was trying to analyze when I got into political science, deeper into political science, the studies. Started doing political science deeper. I started looking into Liberia to find out what was the problem with Liberia. There was a problem. As a Liberian boy born in Monrovia, having that Monrovia spirit, I knew there was something wrong in my city and something was going to happen. Just like I felt 1979. When 1979 was coming, all of us who understood our society felt the riot. Just that 1980, I told you 4 times, I told my pa there would be a coup d'etat in the country and they would be killed. There were too many instances and evidences, occurrences that pointed toward a coup d'etat. And those who were in the political science studies and things like that, I told you, I said the first time we talked about coup in Liberia was in my class. In my political science class, we were doing government, military government. And the whole class came to the conclusion that there was going to be a coup in Liberia. In my political science on Continental class, on Continental College, were many. Continental wasn't a school that took, it was, first of all, it was a private school. You had to pay to go. Then secondly, they require high standards. So in my political science class, the most we were was about 20 or 30. Because when you get up to the upperclassmen, like in your 3rd or 4th year on continent, you're not in a class with many people. Those kind of students learn. Because you ain't got time to spy. Where you spy, you're not at LU where you got 90 people in one class, people sitting all in the window and things that I know. No, you got one class, small class, the teacher, some of the teachers just sitting there, everybody just purse around to do the test. And you better do your test. You know? So you had to demonstrate what you knew. And all of us in that class came to the conclusion that there was going to be a coup in Liberia. We based it on the leadership of the country. Tobo was weak compared to Totman. Certain things Totman would not take shit with. Tobo would start talking, oh, you know, y'all got to do it. The system had changed, time had changed, and you know, and Liberian people saw that as weak. They saw that as weak. Totman Tobo didn't know how to deal with his children. Totman was a strategist. But you see, Totman time was different too. Because under Totman time, he had control of everything. Totman controlled everything. The parents, the children, the chiefs, everything. So when you come in to demonstrate against Totman finished sending message to all the parents. You better watch your children. You don't watch your children, you ain't getting no damn Christmas. And the University of Liberia was not open to everybody. It was controlled. You see, Tobo was the one that opened our country, man. Tobo really did a lot for Liberia. He opened the education system. He opened the traveling system for people. Toba did a lot. He wanted to change the country. But he wasn't as strong as Tubman. Because even though you wanted to change the country, certain things you had to stand like a man, like you know what you are doing. And in those instances, Toba were weak. Toba relied on other people. He relied on his family. His family, most of them came from America. They were weak people too. You know, they were weak. All they were not wanting to party and things they were going, America, coming back. They were all American people, Americanized. You know, and you dealing with people in the military and things that are like, they didn't have time for all those kind of people. You know, they all were telling my pa, you know, Captain Jebo were playing a coup and thing. My pa was telling me, oh, we're gonna coup. We got Vonnie Dempster. I was like, what? Vonnie Dempster? Vonnie Dempster was the chief of police. You know, coming from America, coochie job. You know, sitting out on there watching TV, eating hamburger and cheese, and you compare that man with Jebo, a ranger. When my pa said that, I look at my pa, I said, you must be crazy. That man would tear Vonnie Dempster apart, and they buried Vonnie Dempster alive. All the guys, they treated them like they were nothing. Because those guys were used to good things, man. Chilling out, watching TV, video, you know, telling people what to do and all that kind of shit. They weren't used to the real military thing. And I used to go with Jebo them in the swamp to eat and things like that. Jebo, I think Podium, and all the boys were there, but I didn't know them at that time. I only knew Jebo. But all of us used to go in the swamp to eat. You know? And none of the boys bothered me after the coup. That one person came to bother me. The only people that bothered me, that soldier I met in the street, maybe I was walking, they would stop me with gunpoint and things like that. But the real people to say, we're going to look for Chesson because he did this or because he has power and things that he did to other people, those guys never did it to me. I wasn't a threat to them. You know? I remember once or twice I went to the mansion to see somebody because our ID card directed them. Yes, I went to the mansion to do something to finalize some business to send an ID card team to the mansion. And when I got there, those security acted so rude to me because they knew who I was. So they wanted to act like they had power over me. Do this, do that, do that. Man, our command came from up. They wanted to see those guys. When those guys went up, they came by, their whole attitude changed. Those guys opened everything to me, led me into the mansion. I was wondering why. Then I found out that I told you about the general who would do hitmen that was with my pa one time, and I freed him from trouble. And this guy never forgot that thing, man. This guy was the head of the Sato team. Those guys will kill everybody, my man. I was in the ghetto, the guy came and sat by me, drank beer, everything, got up, then he told me who he was. Then I said, what? And he told me, he said, every time people that come to the mansion say, Chesson got gun, Chesson got this. He said, no. We said, no. Nobody come to bother you. We know you. He said, as long as there nobody come to bother you, we know who you are. You're not that kind of person. So all you got to do, my man, just stay out of politics and enjoy your life. And look how it's got up and walk out. They got up and walk out. See, because when you're not into playing games, and that guy, I told you the incident with him. He was at the OAU ship when Toba bought the ship. And some people wanted to put that guy in trouble. Some young Liberian guys from the university, the Weeks and all the guys, they wanted to put that guy in trouble. They were playing the roulette. And that guy wanted to stop them with us because my pa wanted the ship and wanted to close the ship down because he saw some people banking in the bathroom. So he said, no, the ship will close down for that night. It cost us money. I know Toba got pissed off with him for that too. But he wanted to close the ship down. And that guy was helping us close the ship down. And these guys were playing the roulette, and they didn't want to leave the ship. So they started yelling, "Oh, Mr. Minister, that guy got gone." Because they asked the guy, "Why you want to close the ship?" Or "Who are you?" Because the guy was in Kotsu. The guy said, "I'm here with the minister." The minister said, "I'm going to close the ship down." They said, "No, you're not with the minister." The guy said, "Yeah, with the minister." So he showed his gun. He said, "Yeah, my gun, I'm with the minister." As soon as he showed his gun, everybody said, "Oh, the man got gun over." Man. So my pa heard it, man. My pa turned around. My pa started walking back to the car. And I stood in front of my pa. I said, "Nah, that's a lie. He ain't got no gun." So my pa said, "You sure he ain't got no gun?" I said, "He ain't got no gun, man. That's a lie." So he turned around and left. And that guy never forgot that thing. Because Chesson was going to fire that guy that night. And I knew it. I didn't even know the incident, but I heard the guy slinging it. And my power come out and said, "No, they're not going to fire the guy." So I stood before him. I said, "No, that's not true." So he turned around and left. And that's the guy after the coup became Joe Hinchman. Damn. When that guy sat with me and told him who he was, he said, "You remember me?" I said, "No." He said, "You remember the OAU ship?" And yeah, the people said I had a gun and you stood before your pa. I said, "That was a lie." He said, "I remember that." He said, "People that come to the mansion all the time say Chesson got a gun, Chesson hiding gun, Chesson this." He said, "I tell my boy, you touch that boy, I will deal with you." So when I got to the mansion to do my business and look, I was messing with me. I think that the guy who called him, he must have heard about it or saw them on the camera or something in the mansion and called them. Because their whole attitude changed, man. They opened up to me. I went up in the mansion. I did what I want to do. But, our country's small. And we have come a long way as a people. We have come a long way. And we know our problem. We know the problem with our people is massive stealing. People taking what's not theirs. Dishonesty. Untrustworthiness. We know our problem. And we can solve it. If we don't solve it, our country will never really grow. When people look at our country 200 years, we have no roads going to the eastern region. And you hear these native boys talking about, "Oh, eastern cluster or western cluster." They sound like idiots. Idiots. Because they kill our people for their native business and country business shit. And they can't even build our country. They come say the king to save their native people. And they're seeing native people, they're killing them. They're killing them without any reason. They can't even build the roads in our country. 50 years now since they killed Talbot. No roads going to the eastern region or western cluster. No roads going to Cape Mount. And what kind of thing is that? That's insanity. That is insanity. We live for 200 years. We kill all our people. Then we put rogues there that can't even fix the road. And we're still praising these people and glorifying them. And we see the corruption in our country not changing one bit. People do evil things and we just fire them and let them go. We're all punishing them. Our country will not change. Our country will not change. Our lives will not get better. Our lives will not better on a Totman. Our lives will not better on a Talbot. Our lives not better today. You know that. People say, "Oh, things were better, man." Yes, the society as it was better, but not everybody was living well. We have issues. Same thing on the Talbot. Talbot did great things too, but not everybody was living well. Same thing on a Doe, on a Wea. What are they doing? They're doing things in their country, in their area, for their people, for their tribe. But we're not benefiting from it. How long will go on like this, man? How long? When we have people that really love our country, man, that will sit down and say, "We need roads. We need roads, not only on the national level, but on the county level too. Man, look at the counties, man. You go to the counties, no roads, man. We need roads in the county too. Not only the national roads, we need county roads, we need city roads in every county we got. But how we do this thing when everybody's stealing for their personal wealth? It's not for the country. They're stealing for their personal wealth. It can't go on. It can't go on. If all of us just coming to steal, Liberia, 50 years from now, we'll still be talking about building roads from here to Maryland and Grand G there and Sinai. We've been doing this since the founding of our nation, our country been this. Since the founding of our nation, look at the roads, man. My friend Yato won't be senator for Riverses. You should see the road going from Basso to Riverses. Then to travel through all Riverses, you got to take canoe. You can't go by roads. But people that got massive houses and things, development. And those are only individuals, not a whole group of people. You know, I know my boy got a big house there. He showed me 2 or 3 houses he got there. But who else got places like that? Nah, not many people. Even in those kind of areas, your life in danger because you're surrounded by snakes. You're surrounded by wild animals and all those kind of things. Because other people are not living like that in those areas. You got 1 or 2 houses here and there, and the rest of the people got huts and living in the bushes and things to that. That's not the way to live, man. We got to give our people the opportunity to live, man. And this can only be done if we stop the stealing, the massive stealing in the counties, in the cities, in the towns. People can just be stealing that. We got to advance our country, man. We got to go to the next level. We can't benefit when we don't have no roads. Education is stifled. Business is stifled. Social life is stifled. Everything is stifled. Why would you want to leave Banga to go where Suaku go for party because there's white and everything, there's nightclub there? Why? Why it can't be in your area too? Why it can't be all over Spurs, all over? That's development. You know, when people have the opportunity to try to make more money. But when you don't have nothing, and you have poor people all around you, that means you got to travel to the more wealthier areas to make a living. And that's killing us in our country, man. How long will be on this trend? We as a people got to make that decision to change. It can be our leaders. Only few leaders will care for us like the way they're supposed to care for us. That the way the Constitution and law say they're supposed to care for us. Only a few leaders will do that. The rest of the leaders, they will do some, but they want some for themselves because they don't want to die poor in their heads. You know, we're not coming here to work because the people just to die poor. No. So everything they will take some and give some. And that's not right. That's not the right way to live. But when you got leaders who really love our country, they don't have to be in government. They don't have to be in government. They show it by the activities in our community. Look at her talking about Benana Yuri. How he rich, one of the richest men in Kirisma. He rich. But when you go Kirisma, you're not seeing no basketball court, no good soccer field, no volleyball court, nothing. Nothing there for the children. Nothing there for the children. You see all the churches and everything, but nothing there for the children. What kind of rich people are these? They have no, because that's how we grew up in Kirisma. Just imagine, we wanted lights to play at night. One of the big guys in the city tell us why we want light and we got moonlight. Why we want electricity. When people think like that, what hope is there for us? Everybody got morning light. The leader of the town come and tell us why we need electricity when we got moonlight. When somebody tell you that, what do you expect from that person? What do you expect from that person? People laugh, but it's not funny. It stink. It stink. Because it stinks of corruption. It stinks of stealing. It stinks of ancient thinking. It stinks of bad leadership. It stinks. How you tell your children, don't use electricity, use moonlight to play basketball? Man, what is that? That's evil, man. That's evil. That's pure evil. And the children grow up like that too. Go to Kirisburg, you will not find one basketball court in Kirisburg. Leave Monrovia, go to Kirisburg. You will not see one good football field, except the old football field is still there off the side. But nothing new. And Benana U is $1 million a year. Darlington Johnson is $1 million a year. Stanton Johnson is $1 million. All the bitches from Kirisburg. And Kirisburg is poor like a dog rat. All they doing in Monrovia, everything they got in Monrovia, nothing in Kirisburg. So how can you say you love your people? How can you say you my family? Because everybody in Kirisburg is supposed to be related. How can you say we're related? You have no love for our children. Your children. You have no love for them. All the things they build in Monrovia, all the businesses in Monrovia where they can make money with the masses of people. But in the town, it's just like how we left it when we were small. I went Kirisburg 3 years ago. I almost cried. I drove to Kirisburg. Nothing. All the road dusted. Ben and I, you were mayor. He never paved the roads in Kirisburg. He put one fucked up monument in the middle of the town. For what? Representing what? Huh? You're a millionaire. You're the richest man from the town in the nation. You're living in Kirisburg. You can't pave the city? Does that man have love for Kirisburg? You don't have love for your own family members. You have love for the city of Liberia, the people in Liberia. That was Benana U is a fucking rogue. Excuse my expression. But I say, it's not my cousin. But it hurts me. We are growing up. We are talking. We had no basketball court. We had no soccer field. Nothing. Our uncle can't talk about when we play on a moonlight, nothing. All of us talking about these things while growing up. How we're bad. Now, Benana U is the richest man in Kirisburg, and there's no basketball court in Kirisburg for the children. Nothing. None of the roads are paved. Nothing. That man want to lead Liberia. Is Benana U crazy? Is he stupid? He's a dumb, useless motherfucker. Excuse the expression, but I can't take it, man. This is my cousin. And we suffered in Liberia, in the villages in Kirisburg. Nothing to play with. No basketball court, nothing. We couldn't even find basketball. And we had to spend our whole summer like that. Now, Benana U is right down the road, the richest man in Liberia. I go Kirisburg. I didn't see one basketball court. I didn't see one morning football field. Everything the same way it was, like when we were growing up. Everything died, dust. And Benana U, mayor of Kirisburg. This the asshole that want to rule Liberia? He's an asshole. He's an asshole. I would tell Benana, I told you it. When I went to Liberia, he asked me, can call me a foolish man. I said, I came for my share of the money you and Charles Taylor took because the Liberian people scared of you. They don't want to take our money back. I ain't fucking scared of you. I want my money. He want to slap me. Somebody tell me, I'm going to kill Benana U and everybody in that room. They were going to know I'm a soldier that day. Benana U slap me? You crazy? Somebody was going to die that day. Huh? A useless man like Benana U, a damn rogue like Benana U would slap me? That's my cousin. Hey, that bitch got to slap me too. He jumped up. Then he changed his mind when he saw me looking at him because I was waiting for him to try that shit. You never tried that shit in your life before. We went to school together. Now you try it in our old age. I'm going to kill your ass better than you. And everybody in that room, and all of them are my late curious by native cousins. All the Congo bitches sitting on there, all the high-light motherfuckers sitting on. I'm ready to kill every one of them. I'm going to kill them. You tell Benani you to slap me? Are you crazy? Do I look like Benani stooge? Benani living in Kiris by that like some ancient dummy? The children ain't got no basketball court. I went Kiris where the children sitting in the shop, in the liquor shop. Just like how we used to do when we were on Kiris, where nothing to do. No basketball, no soccer, nothing. We used to go sit in the shop and talk about who all got the big properties, who the family got property. I went there, and better than you and nephews and cousins were sitting in the shop, just as we were when we were young, talking the same bullshit. I couldn't be. I got so mad, I started cussing them. They said, "Oh, we sorry, Papa, we sorry." I said, No, it's not your. It's not your. I said, I'm mad. You know, better than you and sit down here. All our childhood, we talk about this thing. Man, how our family so mean. They don't bring on no basketball, nothing, no entertainment. Then they get pissed off when the girls get pregnant. How you think the girls will get pregnant? People got to entertain themselves. Then they get pissed off when all the girls get pregnant. But no entertainment. Nothing except the nightclub and the partying and the screwing. Got all. I go there and see the same way. And better than I living less than a mile down the road with a mansion, with swimming pool, with everything in his house and nothing he cares about. That man I can call my family, that people I can call my relatives. Those people can't be my relatives, man. Those people hit each other. How you be mayor? Better than our mayor or Kirisma. Look at Kirisma and this man want to lead Liberia. Better than I want to lead Liberia. He couldn't even do shit in Kirisma. He want to lead Liberia. I rest my case, people. My hour is up. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Time and tide. Wait for no man. Have a good day.